to Top Rope Rally, episode 156.
It's been a couple of weeks.
Vacation,
stuff,
time off,
things like that.
But what great news we have.
We have a lot of it.
We have some great news. We have some breaking news. Yes!
Yes! I wasn't prepared. I was drinking my drink.
It's all right. Daniel Bryan has been cleared.
Just in time for WrestleMania. I say that was planned.
Hey, they said ticket sales have improved since he made the announcement.
Really?
Yes.
They're not sold out yet?
No, they're not sold out yet.
What's wrong with them? I thought that's why they've been...
Do you want me to tell you what's wrong with them? Brock
holding off
Lesnar versus Roman Reigns in the world title match. Universal title.
All right.
Is the main event. That's what's wrong with them. Yes.
They're also holding off till the very last week to announce matches.
Yeah, they are.
Braun doesn't have a tag team partner.
They're guessing that at WrestleMania.
I don't like that.
And they may announce on Tuesday that Shane really can't go, and they have to put somebody in there with Daniel.
I mean, if he really has diverticulitis, I don't see him coming back in 2 weeks' time. I mean, that took Brock Lesnar out of the UFC for a long time. So that's a little confusing that they announced him in the match. But who else is there? I was really looking at the SmackDown roster, and there was only 2 people that I could see that would fit into that role, but you'd have to make them both faces, which one of them already gets cheered enough like a face. Well, both of them really do. It would either have to be Dolph or it would have to be Rusev. Rusev's now in a match, and Dolph is announced for the Battle Royal.
So he's already in a match. They mentioned...
they could pull him out of
They mentioned Kane.
Why?
Well, Team Hell No again.
Oh, it is Daniel Bryan. That's true.
Yeah.
But then you make it into a promotional match, and
unless Kane comes to SmackDown. They may do some changing before they do the big shakeup, you know.
I don't know.
Because I believe one way or another that one's going to go, or two's going to go to Raw, so. But we'll get to that later.
Either way, I mean, Kane and Daniel Bryan would make sense, and Kane has nothing anyway. I mean, why is Kane still on the roster? I thought he was becoming a mayor. When is that election? How long is the election process to become a mayor? Because I think it's been like a year he's been promoted.
It feels like it. No, it does. Definitely feels like it.
I was like, when are we going to get a vote?
But, I know that. And if John Cena didn't have Undertaker,
brother-in-laws would totally work.
Yeah, he's a free agent. And they may still fall that way if Taker doesn't answer the question.
If they put that much effort into it, you know he's going to be there Monday night.
He has to be now. Which still pisses me off. It should have been a SmackDown match anyway.
They're both free agents. Who cares?
And Raw gets all field matches. You know, all the big marquee matches.
That's true.
They do. While we were gone, Jeffrey Hardy, he got cleared to return, and then he got arrested.
Jeff Hardy.
And he got arrested.
For a DWI.
Shame on you. Yeah.
But they said
an accident. They check you and.
But they said he was backstage for Raw the other week. So. I mean,
court date.
Can they really get on to him? One of the Usos did the exact same thing, and we haven't heard nothing of it. They didn't suspend him or nothing. Nothing.
Right.
So they don't need to suspend him for it either. Then.
No,
it is a DWI unless it's drugs.
Yeah, if it's something.
If it's alcohol, I don't think that's in the wellness policy. If it's
marijuana
drugs,
either, they won't. It's marijuana either.
Yeah, marijuana is just a fine.
Yeah.
So that should be all that is.
So nothing hard in the system, he'll be good to go. Which,
but when did you hear someone being high on marijuana having a wreck?
That's true.
I've heard people being high on marijuana, being paranoid, being running and driving slow.
Yeah.
But not like veering off the road and stuff. But either way, I don't think they're going to do anything to him.
This past 27th of March.
Yes.
Was when Miz and Maurice had their baby.
Yes. It came early, just in time. Thank goodness for Miz. He won't miss WrestleMania
He won't miss WrestleMania. And I'm still wondering about that. But he's so close. He keeps making a point how close he is to being the greatest.
I know, and he's going to lose.
And I believe he's going to lose. I don't think he's going to break the record.
Because he has to win at WrestleMania to break it, don't he?
Yeah, because like 30-something days. And we were way... Last time we talked about it, I think it said 30-something days, 34, 35 days. So, and that's
like a week away.
Yeah.
So he would need to get to another pay-per-view, basically, almost, to get it.
Backlash.
Which, I mean, they could pull it off, but with a triple threat like that, I don't know.
Because he can't walk. You walk, Miz, Finn, and Seth to pin each other, you still lose your title. So you have to win the match. So we'll see what happens on that.
I hope he wins the record, though. I mean, the record is beating out Honky Tonk Man, right?
Well, Honky had it for one consecutive time.
Right.
Now they're just breaking.
Now they just put them all the matches all their wins together, and then that's how they do it. Yeah. Which I guess that's their new way of beating out old records they need to get rid of.
Yeah, that's just true. I mean, I think it may be. They really don't mention Honky Tonk, and they're not going to mention Honky Tonk. But I guess you counted them out. I guess it would be that way.
They don't talk about Honky Tonk anymore because he's got heat with all kind of people.
Oh, he does. I do like.
But he put Coco in the Hall of Fame.
Woo! The greatest Royal Rumble.
The greatest Royal Rumble ever. They've done 30. They've done 20. The first one was 20.
Yep.
Then on it was 30, and then all of a sudden we had a 40, and Del Rio won that one. But ladies and gentlemen, the Saudi Arabia. I think I said that right. Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
April 27th. It'll be headlined by the 50-man Royal Rumble match.
Plus 7 title matches.
Yes, and John Cena taking on Triple H.
Yeah, I know.
Huge. And is it going to be on the network?
It is.
It will be on the network.
It is on the network, yes.
Very nice. Now, I'm okay with it then.
It'll be on the network,
because,
yes.
and Starcade should have been on the network. So that goes back to that. It goes back to that.
Yes.
I don't understand why they don't.
Roman Reigns kind of let out the bag, and then somebody showed a picture, a still shot of the network promoting it. So.
Yeah. See, if they would have put Starcade on the network, then I'd be like, okay, it makes sense now, because I think any of these big events like this that have a title to it, has a name to it, should be on the network.
That's true.
Because to me, it reminds me of the days of Coliseum Video, of the different events and the in your houses and stuff like that. Those should be on the network.
But if you're tuning in to see the women wrestle, you're out of luck.
Which is interesting because they've already had a women's match over there.
That was not in Saudi Arabia, though. That was in Dubai.
Oh, so it's a different area.
Yes, and they had to dress from head to toe,
right.
No flesh on them. Well, no,
the only flesh was the hands and the face. That was the only flesh.
They said if you see any women in the stands, they're going to be there because their husbands allowed it. I'm going to say it was a big old sausage fest for the greatest Royal Rumble.
So if the women are there, the men have to approve them to be there.
Yes.
Wow. So women aren't going to show up by themselves.
No.
Wow.
And they'll be covered except for their eyes. So, you know how that goes. That's why I think there'll be a lot of men in the crowd. There'll be a lot of men in the crowd, I believe. So. And
I wonder if even the female children have to cover up like that.
I think so.
That is insane.
Thank God we don't live with that.
Thank the Lord that we're living in America.
And the rumor going around, which I could see it, is Raw and SmackDown will get new general managers after WrestleMania. That's the rumor going around.
I mean, that would definitely make sense. Daniel Bryan's cleared to wrestle again.
Yes.
I would like for him to go back.
Why would you be?
I don't think he'll be. He may not be full time unless he wants to just be. Now he's got the kid though. Yes. I don't know if he'll want to be full time.
I mean,
he'll be. I think he'll definitely wrestle on The Rock.
TVs, pay-per-views,
right.
maybe
he don't have to do house shows,
maybe
big house shows like Madison Square Garden. Yeah, but like if it's Huntsville, Alabama, I can understand not being there.
Yeah, there'll be no Daniel Bryan.
Right, but I could see him doing all TVs, all pay-per-views, and big house shows.
And then if Curt and Ronda Rousey win, you can't leave him as your general manager.
No, because then of course Stephanie's embarrassed. Stephanie and Triple H are embarrassed.
Yes.
Why can't they bring Sting in?
Does he go back wrestling again?
Why can't Sting come in as a GM? He's not doing anything.
You're fine with it.
He can talk. He's a good talker. I mean, most of his career was being
Now, what
silent,
they did say, which I do like too, that Curt stays a GM, but he moves to SmackDown.
Oh. Him and Shane got good chemistry, so that could work.
And they have a new one for Raw, which I've seen. Sting will be a good one. Hogan's name.
Come on, y'all.
I know.
Come on.
Just because he showed up at the
how many signs
at the Andre red carpet event to
talking
watch
to Triple H?
Yes.
How many signs would be out in the crowd have to be confiscated with the N-word on it?
Of course.
I mean, come on, y'all. It's a bad idea.
I don't want Hogan.
Hogan doesn't need to be a GM. He stumbles over words too much.
I'd be better with Dixon Carter, for God's sakes.
There you go.
Or bring Eric Bischoff back.
Oh, that'd be great.
Jeez.
I mean, and I know this is kind of a far-fetched one, but Bruce Prichard would even be a good.
Yeah, that's true.
Not as Brother Love, but as Bruce Prichard, because people are loving his podcast. He would be a good one.
Yes, but I don't want Hogan.
No, Hogan's not needed. But there's a lot of options out there. I mean, if Brock does go back to the UFC and Heyman wants to stick around, I'd be fine with him going back as a GM. But they're talking about him turning and going Roman. But hey, at least it'll make Roman heel. If it makes Roman heel, let's go for it.
It won't make Roman
anything to change things up. But I think you skipped one.
That's good one.
WWE above the rumor thing.
Well, yeah, that's part of the 50-man.
Is that?
Yeah, it was part of the 50-man one.
Oh, I see where it says also, and we're supposed to jump down there. I missed that part.
Yes, with the 50-man, Jericho is also in talks of being part of it. So is Jarrett the King Lawler, and JR is going to do the commentating.
For the network part of it, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Hopefully.
I like it.
Yes,
I wonder if that'll air on TV over in Saudi Arabia, too. Interesting.
Because I forgot what time it's going to be here. 11?
Probably like 3 in the morning, by God.
No, it's a decent time.
Is it?
But it's in the morning time. So
11 in the morning?
I think 11, 10 or 11 in the morning.
I'll watch that in the evening time then.
Yeah. Well, you watch it. It's on demand.
It's on demand.
So it should be good. That's a lot of people.
I mean, it's a lot of people, and they've gotten. I mean, I don't know why they're going so big with this, but I'm good with it.
Well, that's part of their 10-year deal with Saudi over there, the people in Saudi Arabia. So, and pretty much everybody who's wrestled in their title match orders is going to go in the battle royal too. So,
right.
And Daniel.
Ooh. Is he announced for all the matches though? Not yet.
Not yet. I think it's just pretty much John Cena and Hunter are going to be the only single match, and the rest are all title matches.
Gotcha.
So,
I mean, which is good.
Yeah, definitely good. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But as we finish up here, we're going to go over to the 10 most radical wrestling makeovers on a little countdown we have.
Yes, little countdown here. Number 10, we had Bradshaw to JBL.
Best thing he could ever done.
Yeah, he wasn't going nowhere with Bradshaw. The APA, playing cards, smoking cigarettes, drinking beer. That's about as far as he's going to go.
That's it. Number 9, the Godfather to the Goodfather. Thank goodness went back to the Godfather.
Yeah, because it worked for Right to Censor.
It worked for that short stint in that group. Just like Val Venus went over there. And
yeah, Ivory
went over
Future
there.
Hall of Famer.
Yes, listen to one of her interviews the other day, and she finally got onto the Twitter machine and Instagram and all that because she literally took herself out of like social media. She took herself out of the wrestling world, everything.
Wow.
And she just deals with rescuing animals and stuff like that. That's her whole thing. And she's like. Tommy Dreamer said, because he's part of the interview too, he was a co-host of the interview thing, and he said, you got to take like 10 planes to get where she's at. Like she's off on an island off to herself. I think he's being kind of sarcastic, but he said she's like on an island and everything. So.
I wonder if they do anything else with her when she's at WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, there's a battle royal,
Well, I'm talking about with Jeff Jarrett doing a table for 3.
Jeff Jarrett's doing a table for 3?
Hey,
how y'all doing?
He says you should his I guess people are.
Who the other 2 people are?
Yeah, he didn't never say who they were.
I mean, if it's Jeff Jarrett, Road Dogg should be one of them.
I think more AJ or Samoa Joe maybe.
I mean, it could be some Tina. They could do a lot of them with Jarrett.
They need to. I'd like to see a photo shoot with Jarrett.
Oh, that'd be good. He could be a GM.
He could be. You're right. He could be a GM. That may be what it is. Put him on Raw with Stephanie. Put Curt on SmackDown. That'd be fine. I'd have no problem with that.
Karen would have a reason to watch both shows. Cut. Anyway. That's awful. I know.
He took the man's ex-wife and then took his job.
Hey, it's a good storyline. It writes itself, people. But that's awful. But I mean, Jarrett's a good talker. He can work as a GM.
He could.
Because
Jarrett. I'd rather have Jarrett than Hogan. I'm sorry.
Right. Now, see, it's funny. The
headliner. Who cares?
The headliner last year was Curt going to the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Boom, he goes right into a GM job. The headliner this year, Goldberg. Don't make him a GM, please.
No.
He is not a good talker.
That's not a good talker.
But yeah, Jarrett would totally work. Absolutely. But I would like to see Ivory. She's going to the Hall of Fame, and I would like to see her in the Women's Battle Royal. Because who says it's only women on the roster? Because there's not enough women on the roster. How many people are in the Battle Royal?
Not even they've
only got like 7 people.
Yeah. Same on the men's side, I think. 6
right.
or 7. So, yeah.
I mean, a bunch of the tag teams, a bunch of people not being used, and they're going to have some guest spots from NXT people.
Of course.
Because they're there during the weekend. And people from the UK, people from the cruiserweight division will be in the men's one, all that kind of stuff. But the women, I mean, yeah, there's some.
And you really don't want to do a replay of the Royal Rumble.
You don't, but it's a battle royal. It'll be a little different because they'll all go in at one time.
Yeah, but you don't want to have the same people. Molly will be fine.
Yeah, I don't want to see the same older women that were in there. I don't. You don't have to have Beth Phoenix and Jacqueline and all the same ones again. But some of the ones that weren't in the other one, like Ivory or a Victoria, people like that being in the battle royal would not bother me.
All right, well, number 8, we got Festus to Luke Gallows.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Which is funny that Vince forgot that he was Festus. Carl Anderson had to remind him, though. Number 7, Surfer Sting to Crow Sting. Best thing to ever happen to him. Then he went red and black Sting, which is my favorite, actually.
The red and black one is?
I like it because the red just popped,
Your favorite one, the Boogeyman to the Disciple.
And you could do about 17 of his.
You could. Yeah, that's true.
He was the Butcher. He was the man with no name. He was the Zodiac. He was the man with no face. He was the
Barber.
The Barber. He was all kind of different stuff. It was crazy. And then number 5, the Ringmaster to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That was the best thing for him, too. That was terrible with the Ringmaster.
It really was bad.
Number 4, Matt Hardy to Woken Matt or Broken Matt.
Yeah, so far I like the TNA stuff better for him. So far, I wasn't an absolute big fan of the one with him and Bray Wyatt.
Ultimate Deletion?
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Well, it was okay.
It was okay. I mean, there were some people online that were just ripping it apart. I didn't rip it apart.
What pissed me off is Michael Cole pretty much ripped it apart before it even started.
Yeah, didn't he apologize before it started, before the video started up?
Yeah, I'm sorry for what you're about to watch. Yeah, that's what you gonna kill it right before it starts.
Like, I wonder if that was a Vince thing or he just went into business for himself and he didn't like it.
Corey tried to do something, but yeah, that was pretty much, that's not right. You don't kill a segment before it even starts.
Yeah, because Matt, I think, even commented on Twitter and said he was going to delete Michael Cole now. And
but
maybe,
now what happens to Bray?
Right. They're saying he's going to be repackaged. But how do you repackage Bray Wyatt?
Woken Wyatt.
Or will he be Husky Harris?
Okay. That already is repackaging.
Right. Number 3, Cody Rhodes to Stardust. Which I liked it. So I enjoyed it.
He did too, to run his course, and then they didn't want to.
They didn't want to go back.
No.
Yeah.
Now they're probably kicking themselves for not letting me be Cody. We had Steel or Oz / Oz because he had so many great gimmicks. To Diesel Vinny Vegas.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Vinny Vegas should have been / Vinny Vegas too.
Yeah.
WCW just didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah. But Oz was terrible.
And number 1, he had 2 other names. He had another name too. Johnny Polo to Raven. He had another one.
Johnny Polo. You talking about Raven?
Yeah, Raven had another one. It was Johnny Polo and Johnny something else. There was 2. He had 2 different Johnnies. He's the same gimmick, but
Flamingo.
Johnny Flamingo.
And that was in WCW.
See, and then they took the gimmick and went to as Johnny Polo in WWE
as a manager for the Quebecers.
Exactly.
And a host of Wrestling Challenge or.
Yeah, and he was actually working in the office at the time when he was Johnny Polo. He was writing. He was helping him write shows.
And then he became Raven, and that really helped him a lot.
Yes, it did.
Now he's better.
He is bitter Raven. That's right.
He sings better. So.
Don't they all? Up next in part 2, we're going to continue with the Pro Wrestling Review of the Monday Night Wars, October the 6th to the 27th of 1997.
We're almost done with 97. I've been running my brain on what we should do after we.
I've started watching Thunder now. It's on the network. Woo!
So guess what's supposed to start this week?
It's bad. Saturday night.
WCW is Saturday night supposed to start.
Now I'm excited about that one.
Me too.
Thunder I knew was going to be rough, but man, I didn't remember it being that rough. It was bad. Like the first 30 minutes was the 3-man booth talking and going to video clip. Let's show this video clip, and then let's show this video.
From Nitro.
Yeah, let's show you what happened on Nitro to lead up to what we're going to do tonight. This one's going to happen on from that, but it wasn't. There's nobody in the ring talking to the audience, so it was just the 3-man booth talking to the camera, and I'm like, what is the people in the audience thinking like right now? The show started 30 minutes ago. What's happening?
So the cameraman's facing the broadcast team, but what's going on?
Right.
I've got to get home to see what's going on.
Right. I mean, you got 30 minutes of them talking for the broadcast booth. I'm like. You can have a match that doesn't matter to the audience, and you could talk about this extra stuff during that match.
That you hit bangs and booms in the ring. Probably they're afraid of that.
I mean, but they could talk about it during commentary. You know how they talk about
a
bigger match that's going on during a funky match.
So they're commentating on the match, but they're also
talking about what's coming up later.
That's true.
Which they did that a lot in this stuff, but I was like, what are they doing? For 30, I fell asleep. I dozed off because they were just talking about this is what happened Monday and this is what happened Monday. I was like, is this just a review show?
Like I said, I'll be glad when WCW Saturday Night comes in there to be put right there with primetime wrestling.
There you go. WCW Saturday Night back in the day was the only thing they had. Yeah. So you had all your major names on there. You had Hogan on there like a lot. You had Macho Man on there a lot because they didn't have Nitro and they only had Saturday Night.
You had to be there if you were a big name and pushing a storyline.
Yeah. So it's going to be good. I hope they have all the years on there right when they do it.
I don't think they're going to. But we'll check it out in the break. I'll look at the network site and we'll see.
All right.
We'll be right back for part 2, Pro Wrestling Review. And we'll talk about October. Get done with October when we got November, December left before we go to 1998. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm just a cat.
I've seen a few clicks. Still nothing after the vacation. Huh?
Nothing new. No.
Same old, same old. No, please point.
Please.